Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me today. There have been sirens going on outside on the streets of New York all day. I just kind of wanted to distract myself a little bit and try some new hairstyles because I feel like I never do anything with my hair besides this. This is like my one look. So I wanted to try some interesting ones that people of all different hair lengths can try out. So let's just get started. And I'm gonna try and get into outfits that fit the hairstyle, or at least like tops that fit the hairstyle. So I have this like little dress on right now for this first look, but I'm going to part my hair down the center. I'm sitting on a yoga block right now. By the way, this is the first hairstyle that I'm trying to recreate from Pinterest. I'm gonna start by creating two very high ponytails. And this was my favorite hairstyle growing up because my hair was like up to my waist when I was a kid. And so I would literally just walk around and do this and whip my hair. One of my favorite movies was Spy Kids. So there was this one girl who had huge pigtails like this that literally turned into a gadget that would make her fly, and I would pretend that I had that as well. But I thought that I would talk about dating during this video because I feel like these are hairstyles that I would try out when I'm allowed to go out in the world. A lot of people are trying to navigate that right now. A lot of people are horny, alone in their apartments or stuck with their families, and they're like, what do I do? I was like that for sure the first 2 weeks, and then I realized how happy I am not having any distractions, male or female. It's so easy to invest your time into someone and obsess over thinking about them, and then finally own up to yourself and be like, wait, I don't really see this working out with this person, but I just wasted the past 6 months hooking up, spending nights at their house when I could have been hanging out with friends or whatever it may be. That's another reason why being single isn't even a thing that I think about or really care about, because I have so many loving relationships in my life that are just platonic, so I don't feel like I need to go out and get intimacy from other places. Also, I'm just braiding, and then I'm going to pull the braids out, kind of. I think that's how you do this hairstyle. So you braid, and then you really are gonna just pull pieces out until it gets really thick. I've been having FaceTime dates like every other day, but on the days when I don't, I'm just like, yes. I think this is how this look was achieved, but I really did no prior research, so I have no idea. Okay, maybe? Oh, that would be cute. I'm gonna put like a little bun on top. I posted on my Instagram recently that I feel like my body and mind feel so fully my own for the first time in a very long time, and I just think that's because, one, I've been doing a lot of work with my own sexual energy. I've been spending all this time alone. I haven't been obsessing over another person or another thing. I've really been giving my energy to the present moment and to investing my time, and also allowing myself to just like process, because I don't want to put pressure on the growth that I'm supposed to achieve during this time, but I think that just being loving and tender with myself is going to help me out the most and help me be motivated to want to, you know, learn new skills and invest my time into things that are actually a benefit to me. But anyways, spending all this time alone and not having a distraction has been really nice. Like one night, I think it was 3 a.m., I was staying up all night playing the piano, and I just had this passing thought. This is the first time in such a long time where there's absolutely no distractions and nothing really stopping me from doing all the little things that I've always wanted to practice or spend an extended amount of time doing. Even just reading, like I could read all the books that I want to read now. So I've been doing a lot of those things that have always been kind of on my list. Things that I always imagined whenever I get a treehouse, I'm gonna spend the whole day doing this, like reading all these books and just playing piano for like a week straight and not thinking about anything else. And that's kind of what I've been doing, and trying not to be on social media too much or just on my phone too much in general. That one is kind of hard because I'm like texting my friends all day as, you know, some form of comfort. And it's really interesting to just kind of ask yourself, what does my mind spend the most time focusing on? And I think that relationships can be something that's really distracting, you know, love, like seeking it or recovering from bad heartbreak or just even being horny. Like all these things can really take up a lot of space in our brains, and I guess I'm really happy that I don't have a love interest that I'm worrying about or consuming my mind with. That's a beautiful thing about love, that all you want to do is think about another human being and how much you care for them. But when you're single, you can just do that with yourself. There was this one quote: imagine you found the love of your life and you realized that you would do absolutely anything for them. Make that person you and do it. Something like that, something corny. I love a good corny quote. And even if you're in a relationship right now, do that for yourself, you know? Make yourself feel like the most loved person in the world. A lot of my friends are being hit up by old hookups and they're like, hey, what are you doing during this quarantine? A lot of people are just sliding into the DMs, trying to rekindle old flames. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. I have a bobby pin. Now for this side, just kind of flipping the hair. I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, flipping the hair forward. But basically, a lot of guys are sliding into my friends' DMs being, I don't even know what the word is, but me and my friends, like, we really want our bodies obviously to be honored, but also our minds and our spirits, and we don't want to just have these like casual flings with people. And even if we do, like, we want to actually also be able to have a conversation and enjoy the company of the person who we may be hooking up with casually. And so when these guys are sliding into their messages and stuff, just asking for nudes or not wanting to talk unless it's sexual, it's funny just watching them kind of like curve all of them, or just be like, yeah, I'm looking for actual human interaction and conversation along with all this. So if that's not you right now, then I'm not gonna waste my time. And just really setting their own boundaries. And I respect that. I think it's very easy to kind of get upset or mad at people in real life and just online for only wanting something sexual. But if you've never stated that you wanted more or stated your boundaries on that, or that you're interested in them, then it's like, first, you know, let them know what's up and what you're looking for before you just expect that they know what you want, in a way. So I, even like when I'm getting into hookups or dating, I don't really date, but when that does happen, I always am very upfront about the kind of person I am, what I'm looking for, just so that no one gets hurt. And I did not always used to be like this. I ghosted people. I just kind of hurt my heart and the hearts of other people because I just knew that having casual sex wasn't good for me and something that I could do, because I literally get attached no matter what. Anyone who I let into myself or like really have that strong connection with, I just feel like I let them into my heart and I can't help it. And I pretty much deeply love everyone in my life. So if I can't deeply love you or express my love to you, even in a platonic or casual way, then oh, okay, I think that works. And in the photo, back to the hair, I think that her edges are laid, so I'm gonna try to do that. I have a lot of baby hairs. I don't really lay my edges. Living in New York, I feel like I have run into literally everyone that I have ever ghosted in my past and had to just like have a slightly awkward conversation with them. It's just something that I try not to do out of respect. A good question, like, why am I afraid to just be open and honest with this person that I don't feel comfortable with them, or I don't want to hook up anymore, or they just weren't, you know, my vibe? Like, why is that such a scary thing to say? I think people really value and honor honesty, and that it's really freaking hot. So in this more upgraded version of myself, I try to do that. And even just telling someone like, hey, I don't want to have casual sex because that's just not something I'm capable of, that's really healthy for your own emotional safety. I'm actually just going to take these hairs out. I don't know, should I angle them inward? So I think this is the finished hairstyle. I know it's not perfect and this circle isn't perfectly on my forehead, but I think it's really cute and I would definitely wear this out and about. Sailor Jupiter! Sailor Mars!
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
This is the next look that I wanted to try, just with some bubble braids. I strategically decided to do this one second because my hair is already in kind of a high pony, so I'm going to take this out and kind of redo it with those bubble braids, which are very easy to do. But I used to give people who I was hooking up with, or dating I guess, the benefit of the doubt, and I would be like really feeling them, really feeling it. This is before I knew just how to openly communicate about feelings and things like that. But I would always give the person I was hooking up with the benefit of the doubt and be like, oh, they didn't text me, like they're probably just busy, or oh, they're definitely not reciprocating any of the things that I'm feeling or any of the actions that I'm doing. Like, I'm always going to their house, they're never coming to my house. Little things like that. I'd always be like, it's fine, they probably just like feel more comfortable there. But I started to realize that I shouldn't do that anymore. I do think that women are highly intuitive, and a lot of times we can see if like someone just isn't comfortable opening up emotionally or things like that, but we shouldn't do it to a fault where we allow ourselves to be treated less than we know that we deserve. If you've really given someone the benefit of the doubt over and over again and you still feel like you're not getting reciprocated energy, presence, just even emotional connection, then be upfront about it and speak it out. Don't keep making excuses for someone treating you poorly, is what I'm trying to say. I've learned to just, if someone isn't really like telling me something straight up, then I'll feel into it and I won't make up a story in my head around it. It can just go so many different ways, and that's why communication is key, and you should be hooking up with people that you do feel comfortable just talking about these things with. Yeah. If I don't want to hook up with someone that I've consistently been hooking up with, I'll let them know, just because I don't want them to expect anything. But also, if in the moment I decide that I don't want to hook up and I'm already there, if they like get grumpy and make you feel bad about it, you just walk right out that door and you just delete that number. Like, you are under no obligation to do anything that you don't want to do, even if you change your mind in the moment. If someone just doesn't want to hang out with you outside of hooking up, like they can't even have one night where you don't hook up, then that's not a good feeling and doesn't feel like a good symbiotic relationship. I feel like you should still be able to hang out with them and just talk about, you know, things even on a surface level. My favorite thing to do on first dates is go for a walk in the park, just something really simple. Go for a walk and then just get some tea or something like that, or just lay there and listen to music. It's really fun to each have like an earbud and just walk around together, and especially in Central Park or just really nice parks of New York. Prospect Park is a great one. It's very, very cinematic. I love listening to classical piano music with people while I'm having a stroll, or just some good indie music. I'll link my Spotify down below. It's always down there. That's a really cute date. I really do not like dinner dates. Maybe the last time I went on a date was with this girl. We went to this bar in Greenpoint. This was before I lived there, and she knew the bartender's name. I was not 21 yet, so the girl bought me like 3 drinks. We went to Transmitter Park. That's where we had our first kiss. It was really nice. I feel bad because that was one of the people that I ghosted, and I ran into her like recently, just a few months ago. And I also saw her a few times in Greenpoint because, as you know, I used to live there. I ran into her at thrift stores and outside of the grocery store, and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry for doing that. How are you? I was in a really weird space mentally, but I'm not trying to make that an excuse. Like, I should have, I don't know, just been honest with you. And she was really understanding. Oh, I just remembered I have been on like 2 other first dates with girls, and this is like way more recently. I went to a coffee shop with her. It was really nice. The one after that, we met at Soho House, which is a nice place in New York. I can't believe I forgot those 2 things. It's a hotel / co-working space. They also have a really nice restaurant and bar, so we went up there. They had this sing-along thing that was someone playing the piano and everyone just kind of sang along to songs, but the singing was really not the most pleasant to listen to. We just ended up getting some drinks, and she was really, really, really sweet, but kind of dark, and kept making jokes about like killing. I don't know if it was jokes about killing me, but just about murder and kind of these like very dark humor jokes, which I think are fine. I'm just not, I don't think, a joke kind of funny person in general myself. Like, I don't know how to make jokes and actually pull them off because I laugh so loudly at my own jokes and they're not even funny. But she kept making jokes about death and the fact that a lot of people in her life had died, and I was just trying to like really dive deep into the spirituality of it all and what does it mean. I actually ended up going back to her apartment. I was scared. I was honestly scared that she was gonna like pull out a knife or something and kill me. So I texted my friends and I asked her for her address on the subway. I was like, hey, can I get your address? I'm just gonna send it to my friend. Like, I was just honest with her about the fact that I was gonna let my friends know where I was going. And she was like, wait, do you think I'm actually gonna kill you or hurt you? Like, I'm so sorry if I scared you. And I was like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little scared right now. And she apologized and like we laughed about it. But I did drop a pin to my friend and we had a good night. I don't want to go into detail about that. Just for other people, for myself, for my mom who watches all my videos. Hey mom. I told her to stop doing that because she's probably going to hear some things that she doesn't want to hear. Also, I don't even think I ever officially came out to my family as being pansexual or bisexual. I don't know. It just never really felt like the right time. So if you're watching this, hey, I like girls. I have a feeling one day I'm going to bring a girl home to meet my whole family, but I think I'll just wait till then to have that conversation, because as some of you I think know, I never even had a sex talk with my family. Like, we just don't talk about that stuff at all, so it just never felt like it was necessary to say anything, especially because I really started dating girls after I lived on my own for a good amount of time. But yeah, both of those experiences were really nice. I'm still friends with one of those girls. She's really cute and sweet. Do you hear the birds outside my window? That is so nice. Don't even have to leave New York. One of my favorite things is waking up to the birds chirping, and I get to do that here. Ta-da! Here's the completed look for this hairstyle. I kind of pulled out the braids a bit to make them a little bit thicker, but overall I think they're pretty thin, and maybe it looks kind of awkward, maybe it looks kind of cute, but these are the bubble braids and I'm into it. I really like this look. Once again, just really fun and playful and was not hard at all in the slightest. But I do think this is a vibe. I like it a lot, and this is the outfit that I chose to accompany it. This is a dress by Realization Par. There's some dragons on it, which is really, really cool. And I just have a pair of earrings that my sister gave to me. They have some turquoise on them. And then this is a vintage Swarovski gold chain necklace. The Swarovski crystals are on this side, but I kind of wanted just to have the gold. I feel like if I wore this on a first date or to a first interaction with someone, they would just really be able to tell a lot about me, and honestly I'm into that. They know what they're getting into. Yeah, I just really want to do this when I have pigtails in, just play with them and whip them around. Another really cute, really kind of artsy and funky hairstyle that is still really easy to do and wearable. Let's move on to the next hairstyle, which is dun, 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 this. This seems like a very traditional Nepalese hairstyle. I've also seen like Romanian gypsies wearing hair like this, so I'm not trying to offend anyone by recreating this. I just wanted to try it out for this video and for myself to see what it looks like, but I hope I'm not offending anyone by trying it. And I did try to research what the ribbons meant, because I do see different colored ribbons on different people, but I couldn't figure it out. I just couldn't find like a direct good source online to figure it out. So if you know the meaning behind the ribbons in the hair, please let me know. And instead of just doing braids like they have in this photo where they start at the back, I am just going to French braid because that's what I prefer. And it's, I think, a little bit easier for me to do it that way and slowly add in the red ribbons. I also think just having braids randomly dispersed throughout your hair is really cute. I really like these two to just chill in here, and I want to do that more often. I'm going to keep these front pieces out for this look because I just want to curl them and kind of give it my own little flair. But now I'm going to begin French braiding. Of course, always brush your hair before you braid. It's just going to make it a lot easier. I alternate grabbing hair from the top and the bottom. I just looked at my face in the viewfinder covered in hair. It was a bit frightening. This is just extra fabric that I had lying around. Hopefully it works. As I'm nearing the end here, I'm just going to tie it in a knot, and then I'm going to tie the ends of this long one together and just make it into a nice little loop. Okay, it's time to add in the ribbon. This is what it looks like. I have my scissors. I'm just gonna cut the pieces that are sticking out into more of a point without cutting my hair so that it looks a little bit more aesthetic and less like boxy. My friend's grandpa was telling him the story of how him and his grandma met, and it was so cute. He took out a photo of his wife, the grandma, and he was like, "Your mother, pin-up girl, many suta. She chose granddad." And it was just the cutest thing in the world. I don't know why I just thought of that. I guess because I hope when I'm a grandma, if I get married, the person who I'm married to is gonna whip out a photo of me and be like, "Mani Sutha, she chose me." That would just be so cute. I'm gonna cry. Pin-up girl. Sounds like my dad. I used to always wonder why my dad would mix up his L's and his R's, and then I started learning Japanese, and I learned it's because they don't have L's and R's in Japanese. They have kind of like a D sound. So it's like in between an L and an R, and so it's really confusing. Fun fact. Wow. I feel like Selena's. Just kidding. I don't know if she ever wore her hair like this, but Selena's. Anything for Selena's. Okay, this is, I think, the final look. I'm actually wearing the dress that I hemmed up, so this is where the fabric came from, and it just matches perfectly, which I think is cute. And then I just put these gold hoops on because it's a vibe. I really like this kind of maiden crop top. I think the white contrasts nice with the red. I don't think I did the best job with the ribbon, the way that I cut them, or the way that I tied them. Oh, this one's actually coming undone. My point exactly. Okay, on to the next look. This is the next look right here, and it's really simple. It already also has a French braid, so I'm just gonna take the ribbon out and quickly secure this French braid so I don't have to redo it. I'm gonna brush it out starting from the bottom. One of my biggest tips for brushing long hair, or any hair that's very knotty, is start from the bottom and work your way up instead of pulling at the knots more and like bunching them up into one place. Whereas if you start from the bottom where there are no knots, it's like much easier to brush existing knots out. I'm feeling it, but we're gonna curl the jaunt. So where's my heat protectant spray? Your grandma, pin-up girl, Mani Sutta. She chose granddad. Mani Sutta, she chose granddad. These curls look too nice and perfect, so I'm just going to try to alternate how high and low I start the curl just to give it a more natural look, because in this photo it looks like she just braided her hair and left it overnight, and that's why it's wavy. It's more wavy than curly. See, that's like a lot more natural, and it's also easier. Ho ho ho. Something that me and my family always do. It's just been a random, not even inside joke, but a thing for the past 10 years of my life is this. We'll just be like at dinner and one of us will do it, and we'll all just start doing it one after the other and just stare at each other like a table of 12, just going like. This kind of reminds me of Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. So here is the final hair look. We got a little French braid action and then some natural curls. I think this is really cute. It's definitely a bit voluminous, and this is the outfit that I would wear with it. My Burberry coat that I thrifted, this thrifted purse, and for the big finale of the outfit, this Realization Par dress. This dress is super cute. It is secondhand. Everything in this video is actually secondhand, including the first dress that I wore, which is by Princess Polly. This one and the yellow dress that I wore earlier are both Realization, and I got them from The Real Real, so they were a little bit cheaper. It's really cute. I like. That was genuinely kind of terrifying. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I really like the straps on this dress, how they tie. I actually don't wear this dress that often. It's an X small because that's what would fit my waist, but then the top part is a little bit kind of too small, but I still think it's really cute. I really like it with this Burberry coat. This coat is like the perfect thing to wear in this season where it's not too cold, not too hot, you still want a thin layer. It's just great, and it just cinches the waist in so nicely. Another reason that I love trench coats is because I can sit on the subway with them. I don't go on the subway anymore at this point, but I could sit on the subway with them and not get subway germs on my body because it's so long, you know? So this is the next look. It's very high fashion and it's very similar to what I have on right now. So I am going to undo the braids. I was gonna leave the braids in because we're already halfway there, but I want to make it look a little bit more unique from the looks that I've been making. I've had pretty much these little tendrils out for all of the looks, so I'm gonna tuck them in and really flatten my hair to my head, which I personally don't like. I feel like I look like an egg, but my hair quite often doesn't have volume, so I'm kind of used to it. I own my egg head. What we're gonna do is a simple braid, not a French braid. Just real quick right here. Come on now. And I'm going to braid it kind of tight so that it flattens the hair on the top of my head even more. And now I'm going to tease the heck out of my hair until I cry from how puffy it is. Oh yeah, we're already getting in there. So basically just back combing it, and ooh, that did not take much, but I'm into it. It's such a high fashion kind of look. Very editorial, if you will. Wow, before and after. I'm actually really into this. So this is the final look for this hairstyle. This is a hat that I got in Paris that I thrifted, or no, London. This was from London, and I just thought that it kind of maybe complemented this hair a little bit. I have a simple button down, and what I really like about this hat is that you can fold it and do a lot of different things with it. So it's really fun. But I also think this would look great with this other hat that I got from Peru. This also really goes well with it. Yeah, I think this one is a little bit more wearable, a little bit more casual, and I could see myself walking around the streets of New York with this. Whenever I wear hats like this, I just want to go, my lady. Hey there, little lady. Everyone out here is saying yee-haw, but why nobody say hi-yee? It's real weirdo hours right now. It's almost 11 p.m. I dig this. I actually really do, even though it looks a little funky. Me gusta. Okay, now let's move on to the last look of the night, which is right here. I think this is so sick. I want to look like an Asian baddie a little bit more, just because I feel like I always see so many cool Asians in New York City, and I'm just like, whoa, like they just have swag. They just look so cool, and I just don't. So we're gonna try and get there a little bit. So I'm gonna actually put on part of the outfit that I want to wear for this one, and I don't want to have to worry about my hair squeezing into this turtleneck, so I'm gonna do that first right now. Oh my god, I actually love it behind me. I feel like I'm like riding a horse. That's cute. I love it. Horses are my favorite animal. One of my favorite. I'm not gonna pick favorites, but it is my spirit animal, and all growing up I'm just obsessed with horses. Do you get the horse vibe from me? Crazy horse girl. Yeah, I got a horseback riding helmet for Christmas when I didn't own a horse and never consistently ever rode a horse. I just really wanted a helmet, and I wanted to wear it to school, but I did not, and I drew horses all the time, read books about horses. In my New Year's resolutions, I wrote that I wanted to have 8 horses for New Year's. Here we are, 22 years old. So she has 4 bantu knots on the top front portion of her scalp, so I'm gonna section off the front. Hey, it's me just popping in here from the editing side of things. I just wanted to say that bantu knots as well as laying your edges are both more traditionally black hairstyles, and I am not all trying to take away from these struggles that a lot of black women have had to go through conforming to societal norms with their hair, or feeling pressure to conform. By trying these out, I never wear them out in the world, and I just thought it'd be interesting to try for a video, but that's it. I definitely have seen a lot of black culture becoming more mainstream and being shown on the runway without really giving any credit or homage to the struggle behind certain hairstyles or certain looks, and I just don't want to be that person. Okay, back to the video. I don't have a type. I find all different kinds of traits attractive, and truly it just comes down to personality. This one time in Santa Barbara, I was at a party and I met this cool guy. I don't know, he seemed kind of down to earth, and I just wanted to leave the party. I just did not want to be in that environment anymore. So I walked back to my apartment with him. I think we went to the beach and we walked to my apartment, and he, on the way to my apartment, started making fun of some guy's outfit, and it was such a big turnoff. And I basically stopped him at the entrance of my apartment building and was like, I don't want to do anything with you. Like, I'm just gonna tuck myself into bed and go to sleep, because I just don't understand why anyone would feel the need to judge an absolute stranger. And he was like saying random stuff about this guy's outfit and that he was gay even, and I was like, whoa, like you have like all this hatred and judgment towards someone you don't even know who's just like drunk and living their best life. That's really not cute, and it just really turned me off just from an energetic standpoint. It was a messy time back then. This was in Santa Barbara when I was attempting to go to college. Actually, I don't even think that I need to secure this because it's wrapped so tightly that it just kind of stays tucked in. And I'm just gonna repeat that 3 times around my scalp. So this is the last look in its entirety. I kind of curled my hair a bit to add to the loose pieces, and I just braided it. We got the Bantu knots on top. I really dig it. The outfit for this one is just this black turtleneck, and I have this tee on that just says DJ Japancakes, and then my pants are these 12-year-old boy motocross pants that I really dig, and then I'm wearing these Naked Wolf vegan leather combat boots, and that's the whole thing. I feel like I would do a very dramatic winged out makeup look with this, and maybe just one color on the lid, you know, do something a little bit more experimental with the makeup because the outfit is so simple. And I also would just throw over this sweater. I really like the color of it. It's lime green, and it's just a St. John tour sweater. Okay, actually I'm gonna do one last thing with this hair. Since it's nice and curled, we're just gonna try doing some space buns up here because I think that'll be really cute. And I'll just leave the braid in because it's cute and why not? So this is the actual final look. I just loosely bunched up my hair into little space buns, and then I clipped back some pieces from the front so that these little tendrils could stick out. I kind of feel like a dragon with these. I don't know, it just kind of speaks to my Asian lineage in a way that hits differently. But yeah, I just pinned back some of those pieces, still have the braids in, and this is such a cute look. I'm really excited to actually do things with my hair now that I've realized how easy it is, and a lot of these I know that these shorter haired people can also do. So if you want to try these out, show me on Instagram, just tag me because I would love to see how you recreate these and see your beautiful faces. And it's just fun to get creative and experimental with your self-expression because it really does change how you carry yourself when you walk into a room. And I realized this a while ago, but a lot of times when I would go out into the world and not put any effort into the way that I looked, I didn't feel that the day was as special, or I didn't feel as confident. I didn't feel like I was making the most of the day because I put no effort into my appearance. But when I do little things like put on a really sick outfit or even do something cute with my hair, fill in my eyebrows, I notice a difference in the way that I carry myself. And I also just remember that day because I'm like, oh yeah, that was like, I felt really cute in that, or I tried a new hairdo, or I tried a new piece of clothing, and it just kind of defines a moment in a way, or a season of your life. So yeah, even though a lot of us aren't going outside right now, it's still fun to experiment for whenever we are allowed to venture back out into the world, whenever we're allowed to date again and just be with our friends. So I hope that you enjoyed this all in all. Thank you so much for being a part of my life and just witnessing my journey. I'm truly grateful. I cherish you, and I hope to see you in a video soon. Bye!